Okay, so hello everyone. So today we are just gonna have a review of this survival kit here, and I am actually sorry, but I actually filmed this about 3 weeks ago, but it got flagged on YouTube because I used, well, a knife. I just drew a knife and a chainsaw, but apparently YouTube's child something policy forbids me from doing that, so I had to take down the video. So today we are just gonna film this again and without those parts where I could get flagged again and have to listen to a whole long lecture for that. So actually, this is the kit. I just bought it for about $25, 25 US dollars, and it actually also came with this patch to stick here. And so now, first this water bottle carrier, and the water bottle I had to place in myself, obviously. But yeah, just nice to carry around a water bottle. A whistle for, yeah, pretty loud whistle. Two carabiners, as you can see, two, and one compass, which is actually correct if I check with my military style compass. I also bought from Team, which I will do a separate review on. And this Janus pen, or well, some people call it that, but just technically just a ballpoint pen, a smooth ballpoint pen, but it can be used just to crack glass on the backside. And two of these light sticks, one red, one yellow. You just snap it and light comes on, basically. Gloves, gloves. Nice pair of gloves for woodworking or anything, very nice. And these were actually quite bright. So you have to open this like that, and the part is, this strap is too short. That's why there is like this. But this back plate actually is placed on with Velcro, and if the belt isn't strong enough to hold this, it just kind of like falls down. So I really wouldn't. If I made this, I wouldn't have made it like this. So it's very overstuffed because it's very tight. So if you see here a spork, so a spoon and a fork, with a bottle opener, and there is also one knife back there, but I actually can't show you that since I'm afraid that I might get flagged down again, and then if that happens, I need to get another lecture and another warning and stuff, so I wouldn't be showing that. And about 3 of these coffee candies I put in myself. And the survival bracelet for, another whistle. Hacksaw blade and magnesium striker bar for, just doing that, but I can't show you that since I might get flagged again. You can remove this thread and this compass, and this bar actually can also work as a saw, although I don't know how handy it will be. And I'll actually have to just hold this so that I can just remove the small wire saw since I might get flagged again. I'll show you later what it is by just showing it the image of this first aid kit, which I will open later. So these are a few pieces of wood for fire starting, which I put in myself. Another light stick, which this one I put in myself. Those two were standard issue. And this SOS help cardy type multi-tool thingy, survival tool with just basically everything in there. This along with safety pin, and there were actually two, but I removed one for testing flimsy rain ponchos, which probably would work in a survival situation. And the flashlight, but actually for safety reasons, they couldn't place in the battery since this was from China, so you have to place your own batteries in. So if I just place my own batteries in, 3 batteries inside a baggie, it will become a nice little flashlight. See, pretty very bright. I'll just remove the batteries in here. So it takes one AA battery. See, and then a big survivor shelter, emergency shelter, and a survivor blanket. But actually the standard issue one is 130 times 210, but I actually placed my own in and swapped it with mine. Some fishing gear with a needle and well, basically those kind of stuff. This thing like so that you could do a fire or just go to the enemy and well pow on, obviously not because this is very weak, but nice for fire or for well a fishing stick. And there is a shovel. No shovel. And this part was actually a saw, but I can't actually show you the saw part so that because I might get flagged again. Which this has a handle, and if you just do this, you can use it as a shovel. Flip this and just place this in like this for using it as that. It's with a nice pouch. So the main kit, this is everything, and the first aid kit which came with that. I just placed in some black gloves for my own. Alcoholic pads, povidone iodine, iodine, since iodine is for thyroid, and some medical tape, cheap plastic case tweezers, safety pins, this like gauze for like that thing, some PVT bandages which were actually quite nice, cotton buds or Q-tips, whatever you would like to call it, but the packaging claims 80 pieces, but obviously not 80 pieces. Small cheap scissor, 2 gauze pads. I don't know if they would be sterile. Yeah, they probably would be sterile. And I would, for science, I just would. No, I wouldn't open this up, but it actually looks like a nice gauze pad. And some of these bandages, which are kind of a weird material, actually. It's hard to open, so you just have to tear the ridge. And they're sometimes kind of crumpled. And the material is kind of weird. It feels like it's plastic, but it is kind of, like fabric-y type. So some kind of a weird material, but yeah. And for the durability, kind of sticky. But when most bandages they are like this, but I think they actually just tear better than the normal bandage. And a nice case, and every case is actually rubberized inside, so I think this is a pretty good kit. And if I just go into Chrome and go on Amazon, Survivor kit. Yeah, I know that these probably wouldn't be able to get inside into Korea, but I would actually like to find similar kit from mine, but I think Amazon doesn't want me to. So what I will do is just go on survival kit and just scan down until I find. Yeah, I think this will take ages. So I think, yeah, so I'll just get into US Timu. Yeah, so I think it would probably be hard to find one similar, but at least it's $30. And I'll show you the wire saw. Yeah, basically like this. Yeah, exactly like this. Exactly like this. And spoon, fork, knife, can. Yeah, it is kind of like, no, without the wine opener. Yeah, exactly this. Exactly this. So this is about, yeah, lower than $1. Spoon, knife, well, yeah, anything you would want. And actually, this, yeah, so they say that it is actually detachable, but I don't know how. Okay, so I don't know how to do this, and I tried, but actually it doesn't want to, so Yeah, so nice survival kit, and thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.